If you're watching this and you're exhausted, I want you to ask yourself a couple questions. Hi everyone, I'm Danielle. Today we are talking about the fine print of rest. What does rest look like for you? What does rest look like for me? And how do we reframe and reimagine our relationship with rest moving forward? When you think of the word rest or the word sleep, think about what comes to mind first. For some people, it might be self-care Sundays. For others, it might be bubble baths and sleeping in. As I begin my 40s, rest is looking different for me, especially as somebody who is in medical menopause, actively fighting cancer, and still actively living life versus surviving it. From that perspective, I'm realizing that I have to approach rest differently because the days right now don't look like, I'm tired. Let me get in the bed and go to sleep. And I'll sleep for 8 hours for the whole night. There's night sweats. Bamboo sheets aren't helping. It looks different for me, especially with the demands that the cancer medications have on my body. Rest looks different for me. And so I've been in a season where I'm readjusting and reframing my relationship to rest. So rest isn't just about sleep. It's about reducing the demands on your body. There's nothing wrong with having a full life, a full schedule, a full calendar, but make sure that in the fullness of all of that, you have space for yourself. You need to rest. You need time to recover. That's part of what supports you doing the work. When you neglect your health by neglecting to rest, you're sabotaging yourself, and the body keeps score, and the body will require the rest plus tax in the future. Don't play yourself. Don't cheat yourself on sleep. Do not do it. The results never end well. And I think one of the wise questions you could ask yourself is, am I exhausted because I just need more sleep? Versus, am I exhausted because I'm living a life that demands too much from me? There are too many stories where an employee is burning themselves out for a job. The person were to drop dead, the job would just replace that person with a new hire the next day. Do not burn yourself out for these organizations, these systems that don't see you, and they never will. I used to be really involved in church. I used to be a part of almost every single ministry. Now, no, I will never burn myself out like that again. Church can burn you out. Be careful. I do believe rest involves taking time to grieve your old capacity. What you used to be able to do, you may not be able to do anymore. I remember when I turned to 30s, my ankles and heels didn't seem to go together anymore. And it was like, oh, this is a change that I can't deny. But the same is for your body. I think when I was in my early 20s, it was nothing to get in the car and drive 12 hours to get to college, because I went to school in Alabama and I live in Maryland. So, it was a tough trek, but with enough Red Bull, I could do it. Now, I would want to stop and spend the night somewhere 6 hours in. I know myself now. I wouldn't do that to myself now. Knowing that your body is changing, your capacity has changed, and grieve it. Grieve it and let it go. You are not who you once were. You're evolving. Allow yourself to evolve. And part of allowing yourself to evolve means recognizing what no longer is, grieving it, and letting it go. I would say don't be ashamed to reach out to your physician and say, hey, I need help here. Rest for me wasn't something that just became automatic. It was something that I had to actively work at. And to be honest, I'm still working at it. Prescribed medication has made a difference for me. It hasn't been the golden ticket, but it has made a difference in terms of the stretch of time that I do get to sleep. And I'm still exploring. I'm not opposed to trying different forms of magnesium or different supplements. I'm not opposed to that, but I knew that I was losing my mind and I was like, somebody better prescribe something. The night sweats are still present. but they don't interrupt my sleep as much as they used to. So we're making progress. Rest can be about choosing what gets your energy. And that could vary because for me, traffic. I'm not sitting in tons of traffic anymore, so that's not getting my energy anymore. I live in Maryland. The time that we spend in traffic can be significant. So the time that I'm diverting from traffic to something else can mean I get back an hour or two out of my day. You decide what gets your energy. Even if you have to sit in traffic for work, when you get home, what is the thing that can fill you up instead of going straight to sleep? What is an activity that you can do that just fills you up a little bit? It could mean that you turn on the timer and you spend 15 minutes on a puzzle. Turning on the timer and spending at least 15 minutes at the piano does wonders for my overall mental well-being. I think a lot of people talk about all the things you need to add to your life: meditation, exercise, magnesium, supplements. Like, people talk a lot about the things that you need to add to your life in order to achieve rest or experience deep rest. I'm not saying those things are bad, but consider what you might need to remove. You might need to remove guilt for saying no to a certain engagement. You may need to remove some of the obligations that you have because they're breaking you. You might need to remove the pressure that you feel in order to compete or be like everyone else that you admire. Sometimes you really gotta lock in and live your own life. It's about your own race and what you need in order to be sustained. You might need to remove things that completely drain you. And what drains you could vary from apps on your phone, people, foods. I had to give up those Chick-fil-A chicken biscuits. That biscuit, oh my gosh, it's delicious, but if I eat it, that means I'm not doing anything with the rest of my day because I'm asleep. Sometimes food can be the thing that drains you. If you're watching this and you're exhausted, I want you to ask yourself a couple questions. What do I need to remove? What is one thing that can actually fill my cup? What does rest need to look like in the season I'm currently in, not the one I used to be in? All right, guys, I'm Danielle. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next week. Bye.